Carla Uriarte is a well-travelled artist who currently resides in Sydney. Her work integrates multiple facets to externalise her emotions.
I always found coloring and coloring books really relaxing, and I guess when I got older it was something that I couldn't really shake off. You know, like you can play with Barbies and then you kind of are like, okay, like that's over. But the art kind of just stuck with me, and I like the familiarity of doing it and how it felt like home. And I was working in a bar, and I would always draw in the bar, and my clients would like want it, or like my friends would always comment on how good it was and stuff like that. I started gaining this confidence, and I was like, okay, this is kind of, I can do this, and then I went to art school, and here I am. The other day I was sitting here and I didn't really know what to do with myself, so I decided to go into my little book closet of like all these diaries that I've had my whole life, and I like start reading this like entry from when I was 10 years old. And it's funny because it's like, it makes me understand myself in a different light. It's very therapeutic. The explorations of emotions is essential as an artist, because that's like pretty much your subconscious from like your whole life coming out. I have this character, it's like a bird person thing that I really started using a lot in my work, because I didn't like the feeling of drawing people. There was something about drawing people that made me feel weird, because I see them all the time, so I kind of wanted to make my imaginary kind of world with my own characters. This is like a social interaction in the water, Someone's drinking a coffee, another one's like having a stretch, you have like some romance, I think they're dancing, smoking a cigarette, which I don't do, but this guy likes it, and they're just like in this water, and there's some sand, and I really love the ocean, and it's inspired me, especially being in Sydney. I like to feel good in my home. I like to feel good where I live, because it re-energizes me, because I'm very social, I'm always out there, so I need to get that internal, intrinsic energy from like my shell. I really like acrylic paint because it's textural. I like oil pastels because it's like a crayon, and I like a good pencil, So I bought this sharpener that sharpens the pencils like this long. I try to put light into everything, like even the sadness I think is great. As long as you're feeling things, it's good. So that's the light and the color, but maybe what it says is a little bit like, I miss you, or fuck.